If your stock or whatever it is that you're trading opens for the day or the morning below its Fab4, but just below its Fab4, that is the juiciest, that is the most desirable location to bet on a downward movement. We never think about betting on an upward movement from just under the Fab4. You see, traders, the Fab4 can either be a bedrock of support. When it's here, the Fab4 acts as a cushion of support. You see? Boing, boing. But when we are just under the Fab4 acts as a cloud of resistance. Boing, boing, boing. You see, it's hard. It's not impossible, but it's hard for stocks to penetrate all the way through the Fab4. That Fab4, when you're under the Fab4, is a very thick layer of resistance. When you are above the Fab4, it's a very thick layer of support. So when we're right under, we never think to buy right into the resistance. We only think right under that the move to the downside is the best. So location 1, we never think long, we only think short, we only bet to the downside, just under that Fab4. When we are under the Fab4, we're not close to it, but we're not super far. We're gonna bet to the downside. But every now and then, if something really powerful happens in location 2, we can bet to the upside. Why? Because there's still room back to the Fab4. You see, there's virtually no room back to the Fab4 from position 1, but from position 2, there's some room to play to the upside. But on average, you still want the vast majority of your trades betting to the downside. All right? Now I'm going to get to how we build the Fab4. Just understand this concept of the positions around the Fab4 first. All right, we're going to get to it, I promise. All right, we're getting to that next. Okay, now, so from just under the Fab4, we're only going to bet down. From this position, we're going to bet down mostly, but every now and then we're going to bet up. All right? And this is all going to become super clear in just a bit. From position 3, way below the Fab4, we want to actually bet up most of the time, but every now and then we can bet down if it's very powerful. But why do we want to bet up most of the time from here? Because it's so super far below the Fab4 that the odds are greater for a reaction back to the Fab4 than it is to continue to the downside. All right? So we have 3 positions above the Fab4, 3 positions below the Fab4, and the final position is in the middle of the Fab4. Now, whenever your stock is in the middle of the Fab4, I suggest that you leave it alone. That your stock is trapped. I call this the trap zone. It's trapped in this box. And it will act erratically in this box. We want your stock to be free from the trap, free above or free below. In the Fab4 is trapped in a cage, and your trading is likely to be very erratic. Now, I understand a lot of people are saying, but Oliver, I'm confused. What's the Fab4? We're going to get to that right now. But I need you to understand these locations around the Fab 4 first. So now let's talk specifically about how you build the Fab 4 for every single thing you trade. Ready? Are you ready? This is going to revolutionize your trading. Watch. All right. All right, let's go. Okay, just want to make sure I'm back here. Boom. The Fab 4. Now, the Fabulous 4 is called the Fabulous 4 because it's made up of 4 fabulous items. Item number 1, whatever you're trading, we need a 200 period moving average. That's item number 1, a 200 period simple moving average. That I use the simple moving averages, all right? So we take it doesn't matter if you're trading a 2-minute time frame, it's a 200 period moving average of the 2-minute chart. If you're trading a 5-minute time frame, it's the 200 period moving average of the 5-minute chart. If you're trading a daily time frame, it's the 2-minute moving average of the daily time frame. All right? Time frames don't matter, whatever time frame you trade. Okay? And this is on all markets. So item 1, we need to find out where is the 200 period moving average on that item. Item number 2, the 20 period moving average. Where is the 20 period moving average on your stock or on the item that you trade? So these are 2 of the Fabulous 4 items we need to note. Okay. Item number 3 is that we need to find out where was yesterday's closing price. If you're trading Microsoft, where was yesterday's last closing price? That's item number 3. And then item number 4 will take some explanation from me. We're going to take yesterday's late day price activity. And that late day price activity, we're going to group it together to form item number 4. Okay, so these are the 4 things that make up the Fabulous 4. Now, let me go to charts and show you how to put this together. Okay, now we're looking at a 2-minute chart of Pepsi here. I want you to note that this is item number 1 is the 200 period moving average right there. Boom. That's item number 1. Item number 2 is the 20 period moving average. That's item number 2, the 20 period moving average. Boom. We've got 2 of our items now. Item number 3 is yesterday's closing price. Yet this is yesterday and this is today, right? Okay. So yesterday's closing price was right here, represented by that dashed line. That's item number 3. Okay, so got item number 1, the 200, item number 2, the 20, yesterday's closing price. Now, the last item, remember I told you, is yesterday's late day price data. So we're going to go back about 45 minutes to an hour of yesterday's last 45 minutes to an hour, not much more than that. Okay, so we're going to come back maybe here. We're going to take the last part of yesterday's data. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to mark the highest price of the last 45 minutes or so. And we're going to take the lowest price of the last 45 minutes or so. And we're going to create a little block. And this becomes item number 4, the last block of data from yesterday is item number 4. Now I'm going to repeat that because that's the one that's a little bit more complex. We're going to take, once again, let me repeat this. We're going to take the last 45 minutes or so of yesterday's data, all right? And we're going to say, what's the highest price that this stock registered in the last 45 minutes? Boom, right there. That's the highest. What's the lowest price the stock registered in the last 45 minutes? Right here. the last 45 minutes, the lowest low of the last 45 minutes. This becomes the stock's late day price zone, okay? And that zone becomes item number 4. Now, we have our 4 items, the 200, the 20, yesterday's closing price, and yesterday's late day price data. Now, what I need to do is I need to group all 4 of these things into a block. I'm going to take the top of whatever item is the top of the 4. This is the top of my 4 items. This is the bottom of all 4 items. Sometimes the 200 is going to be the bottom of the 4. So which item is the lowest and which item is the highest? Sometimes the highest is going to be your 200. Sometimes the lowest of your 4 items is going to be your 200. Sometimes the lowest is going to be the bottom of 4. Here's the lowest. Sometimes the highest is going to be the top of item 4. Whichever item is the highest is the top of your Fab 4 block. Whatever item is the lowest of your Fabulous 4 block. Once we have the upper part and the lower part, we extend into the future. Boom, just like this. And this becomes my Fabulous 4 rectangle or block. Now that I have my Fabulous 4, notice that Pepsi opens under the whole Fabulous 4, but it opens in the perfect location. It opens in the best location. It opens in the highest probability location. It opens in the juiciest location. That location, remember, is right under the Fab 4. So remember, right under the Fab 4 is the very best location for betting down. Down here is okay to continue betting down. Down here is best probably betting up. Okay, remember those locations. All right, so let's grab that Fab 4 again. Let me show you. We're going to grab the 200, grab the 20, grab yesterday's closing price. That's 3 items. We're going to grab the top of yesterday's late day data, about 45 minutes. We're going to grab the absolute bottom of yesterday's late day data. Now, what's my highest line? Out of all of these lines, what's my highest? This one. I'm going to extend that into the future. Now, what's my lowest line? This one. I'm going to extend that into the future. And this gives me my Fabulous 4 block. Now, I want you to understand that I teach my traders to do this before the market opens. So this hasn't happened yet. Let me show you. This hasn't happened yet. None of this has happened yet. You see? We know the Fab 4 before the market opens. Now we're waiting. So when Pepsi opens for its first bar right here, check this out. Pepsi opens right here and gives me a red bar in the perfect location just under the Fab 4. I'm gonna bet to the downside. Boom. If Pepsi opens right here in the perfect location above the Fab 4, I am going to bet to the upside with a long. If Pepsi opens right here in the Fab 4 in the trap zone, I am going to do nothing.